Hi everybody. Bonjour à tous. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey down imagination lane. We're going to talk about education, imagination, and murder. Before we start, quick hands up everyone here who has been to Ireland. Okay, great. Now, have any of you seen Fungi, the dolphin, in Dingle? Oh, good. Well, if you didn't, you should really go. Now, I need you all to imagine you're 6. Yes, I know, it may be hard for some of you, it's a long time ago, like it is for my mom, but let's try. Our teacher, Mrs. D, asked me to do a presentation in front of the class. Yes, a bit like today, a kind of a TED talk. So, I find a subject and I prepare, like all good students. Now, imagine we are all sitting in a circle and waiting. And I am going to tell you what happened that day during my presentation. Last summer, I went to Ireland to visit my mom's family. And while I was there, I visited a town by the sea called Dingle. One sunny day, we all went out in a boat to see a dolphin, Fungi. It was amazing. Fungi was following us, jumping and dancing in the waves. Wild and free, he seemed to be putting on a show just for me. He was big, grey and white. I looked at all the faces of my classmates. Everyone was listening carefully, just like you are now. So I go on. My mom jumps into the water and swims with Fungi. And there's a lady on the boat writing a book about him. So she takes a picture. Look, that's my mom swimming with Fungi. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has red hair. And everyone in the class knows that. So they all go, wow, fantastic, Abby! I am so happy they like my story. Even Mrs. D looks happy. So I go on and on. Fungi is part of a Greenpeace project that my mom sponsors because she loves dolphins. And now Mrs. D has her mouth open. She's loving it. Everyone claps. You've guessed it. My story was voted best story of the day. Nice, right? Well, to tell you the truth, I embellished it a bit. I mean, I started off with the reality, but then my imagination took over, like all 6-year-olds. This woman on the picture could be my mom, as she has red hair, but so do 12% of all Irish women. Shortly after, my mom met Mrs. D in the schoolyard. They talked about my presentation. My mom listened and laughed. Quite innocently, she explained to Mrs. D that not everything was 100% true. Mrs. D's expression changed. She seemed worried, then angry. Imagination, she said, has no place in the classroom when you're in CP. The children need to learn to count, to read. Abby needs to see a psychologist. My mom was upset at first, but she did as she was told. So she brought me to the school psychologist because I could tell good stories. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are all 6, and our teacher is telling us that we need to be cured because we have too much imagination. How can we have too much imagination? Why kill imagination at school? So, my message for you today would be 1. For all of these people involved in teaching, stop crushing the imagination of your pupils and let them show you how amazing they can be. 2. For all the parents, don't always listen to the teachers. Sometimes they can be wrong. And finally, for all of you, young and beautiful, don't be afraid to use your imagination. You will always need it, even when you're no longer 6. Thank you.